Woo! What's good? It's your boy Coach Ace coming at you with another episode of In the Classroom. That's right. Psychoschematics production. So, we're going to continue our phase of the intermediate topics of American football. So today, we're going to talk about the purpose of defensive shifting and defensive motion pre-snap. Now, the reason I consider this being an intermediate topic is because if you use defensive shifting and defensive motion in the correct timing, the correct angles, it gives you leverage and advantage for specific plays, maybe blitzing, maybe to confuse the offense, or to confuse the offensive line, or the quarterback, depending on what you're trying to do within that play. So trust me, this is definitely going to be very informative, and you're going to enjoy it. Ooh, let's get it. Okay, as you can already see, I have already drawn out nickel cover, nickel formation, 2 safeties, 2 linebackers, 4 defensive linemen, and 3 cornerbacks. So yes, typical nickel. And for this play, for these plays, I'm not necessarily going to show you a particular play, but I'm going to draw out what defensive motion looks like and the purpose for it, the angles that you may see it in order to just get a visual. And then I'll explain, based on how I draw it, the type of things that I use within these plays, how it may work. Now, in a cornerback blitz situation, depending on what angle the blitz is and depending on which position or which gap the blitz is going to be attacking, it's very circumstantial. But I'll go over the angles, I'll go over the pressures, and I'll go over the concepts of which gaps may be attacked and how to utilize pre-snap motion in order to get a good, I guess you could say, either blitz or a good result at the end of the play. Now, with what I'm going to draw out next, this is cornerback blitz. I'll say that this cornerback blitz will attack the 9 gap, and I'll show you the angles so that you can understand the perception of it. Now, with this cornerback blitz, it's going to be this starting corner on the outside, blitzing off the 9 gap. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move the middle and weak side linebackers, and I'm going to shift them pre-snap, and I'm going to show you the draw out, the play art, so you can get a visual for it. So, with this cornerback blitz, the middle and weak side linebackers will walk towards the outside 9 gap pre-snap, and I'll make sure that the play clock is low so that the quarterback will either have to force to be called a timeout or won't see the play coming pre-snap. The middle and weak side linebackers will attack the 9 gap, but it'll attack it in an angle so that the offensive tackle will have to shift towards a disadvantageous angle, which would give a cornerback a lane in the backfield. And the same thing with the weak side linebackers. So you see, both those pressures are bending in towards the left side offensive tackle. So it's bending in, that's forcing the tackle and possibly the running back, but there's a running back there, to bend in and take those 2 pressures that they didn't see coming pre-snap. And this would give cornerback an advantageous angle. Now, with the pre-snap motion of the cornerback for this play, I'd probably tell them to lurk inward towards the line of scrimmage. So they walk up and then take the 9 gap. See, with play art, typically you see with defensive play art or offensive play art, they'll use squiggly lines to basically tell you or show you through a visual that that's pre-snap motion. So that's what those squiggly lines mean when you see it. Now, with this play, I'd probably tell my defensive end to walk up towards where the middle linebacker used to be. And that's once again just for more confusion, because then maybe the quarterback has to call an audible to a play that you were already expecting, or it just gets your players in an angle that they weren't expecting. And trust me, like I told you before, football is violent chess, violent human chess. So it's all mind game. You're all about positioning and angles and perception of a play, perception of reads. And if you can confuse them enough with your movement, with your motions, with your pre-snap reads, with your audibles, and you can strike them at the right time, you can make big plays happen. Now, let's talk about pre-snap motion in order to get into a better angle for certain types of zone coverages. See what the strong safety is. Let's say if I did maybe a free safety blitz off this angle right here, and I wanted the strong safety to come over across the other side of the field and cover the vacancy left by the free safety. Well, as a defensive coordinator, I'd probably tell the strong safety to lurk over pre-snap towards the middle, towards the center of the field, so that it doesn't necessarily give everything away, but it puts them in a position to be able to cover the vacancy left by the free safety. And then eventually, you'll lurk over to the deep spot that's left by the free safety vacancy if I call a free safety blitz. So, when it comes to blitzing, pre-snap motion is about getting your players in an advantageous angle so that the offense isn't prepared to block the number of people that you put in that angle, in that part of the formation. And for zone coverage and getting players in a specific spot pre-snap, before giving away a play. It's all about getting the players to move pre-snap so they're already drifting towards that direction before they even start to play, and then just getting them in position to cover vacancies left by certain play calls that you have. Boom. Purpose of pre-snap motion on defense. Woo! I know it was very informative, and I got more for you today. Let's get it. In the classroom. Psychoschematics production.